Now this is going to be the last part in this series on the Mondeo. We're going to do a left-hand drive shaft. Now basically there's a few ways of doing it. I'll just talk you through basically what a drive shaft is. This is a drive shaft. You've got a big bit of round metal in the middle. You've got two ends on it. That's basically what it is. One end's a CV joint which moves in every direction, and the other end, again, it moves in different directions, but there's three bearings in this. This end goes in your gearbox, this end goes in your hub. When this part is gone, your CV joint, when you turn the wheel you'll hear a click, 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 click. That's how you know a CV joint's gone. But what's happened on this one is inside this cup you've got a spider and three bearings, and that's what's gone. And it's banging as you change gear, it's clunking. Now when the bearings go, if you leave them gone for too long, it damages the inside of the cup, so it means you need a new cup. Now to buy one of these new, unfortunately, is just too expensive for the car. There's no point doing it. So I managed to get a really good second-hand one. Normally I would say, look, don't get second-hand parts, especially like this, but this case we have really no choice. And to be fair, it's really good and tight. So basically, to take it off, a few things air guns are kind of essential for, and this is one of them. It makes your life so much easier having an air gun to take off this 32mm. Now that's off. I'm going to take the ball joint off, which is the bolt that goes straight across here, which I believe is a 19mm if I remember. 18. Now hopefully this will come off without me holding the other side with the air gun. We'll soon find out. Yeah. Now the hard part is getting this bolt out without damaging it, because it could be welded in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the nut back on, and I'm going to screw it in so it's flat, and I'm going to hit it with a hammer gently so I don't damage the threads. Hopefully that will work. As you can see, it's coming out. So that's good. Means it's not seized or anything in there. Need a small screwdriver or a punch, or maybe sometimes even a spanner. Spanner can sometimes do it. Get it there and pull it out. Yeah. Now, that's out. Now this next part can be quite tricky on your own unless you've got something like this. If you've got a big long bar, you can put the bar through here, rest it on the underneath of the car, get your mate to hold down on one end, and this should hopefully pop out. But with this thing, I should be able to do this on my own. So you put that in through there and catch the other end in, and I should be able to push down on this. And as you can see, I've done that on my own. Push that to the side. These things are brilliant. Saves a lot of hassle, especially if you're on your own. I do have people here, but half the time they're useless. Isn't that right, Jonathan? Now, the next thing we need to do, if you just come across here, is take out the track rod end. What we need to do, that should be maybe a 17, 15. 15 it is. Same thing. Air gun makes your life so much easier. Perfect. Now the trick to these is get a hammer. What you don't want to do is that, because you'll damage the threads. All you need to do is hit here. Once you hit there a few times quite hard, it will pop. As you can see, it popped. Now we'll take out the drive. Again, there's a few ways of doing this. You don't really want to hit it with a hammer, but it seems though we're changing it, it doesn't really matter if we damage this part. Having said that, the CV joint in this is good. This might be hard to get out, it might not be. So you hold the disc in your hand and tap it with the hammer. Now, this is where it does get a bit tricky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a long extension down, I'm going to hit it, but I need some help now. So we're going to turn the camera off. The cameraman's going to help me hold it while I push it back, and then we'll turn the camera back on. Now, as you can see, we have this out. I've just pushed this to the side. All we need to do now is get a lever bar, come underneath where the cup is, put the lever bar in and bend, well not bend, but push out the cup. It can be a bit tricky. It's too big. Fuck, it's not coming out. Oh, it doesn't want to come out. Where's the hammer? It's just beside you there. I'm just going to try and shock this with the hammer. No. As you can see, this one's not coming out easy at all. I have to do something else on this one. What we've had to do is we had to turn it, get the bar in, lever it, turn it, get the bar in, lever it, and we finally popped it out. Finally got it. Now if you didn't take out the oil, it'd be all spilling. The problem we have with this is that's what's happening with this. And when you change gear, it's clunking, making this horrible clunking noise. Like I said, there's a spider in there with 3 bearings and this cup. The spider and the bearings are quite expensive, too expensive really for the car, and the cup would just, it's not worth it. So you can hear that. As opposed to, this is the new one, or second-hand one, but I can't turn that by hand. I can't. I can obviously move it, but I can't make that noise. So this is going to obviously make the car sound a hell of a lot better. Obviously it's the same way, it's taking it back out. Feed it in through the gearbox, make sure it's nice and straight, and that will go in. Now, what we are going to do is hit this slightly with a hammer. We have the nut on the end so we can get away with it just slightly. Now I'm not hitting it hard. Now that's in. Not hitting it hard, and we're sorted. So all I'm going to do now is see if we can do it with the cameraman when it's on. He's going to push this out for me and I'm going to slide it in, hopefully, and film at the same time. Okay, in. Up, out. In. Shake it all about. Now, the ball joint's in the way. Now what we got to do is pull down the ball joint, and that should push in. Just want to go over here, John. I should be able to do that. Now hopefully with this gadget I should be able to do this on my own. There we go. Pushed it in, push that down. Now I'm just gonna, we're not in fully, but now use this again. This is just a lot of wiggling just to get it right. Get that straight. My finger, obviously be careful your fingers here now. Problem is, stop now. Now, I can push that in. Come on. Bastard. Now, a bit more wiggling, we managed to get it in with a slight tap of a hammer. Just going to finish tightening this on. I'm going to put the bolt through the bottom ball joint, then we'll turn the camera back on, and we're not far away from getting it done. You really need to make sure this is nice and tight. There's a special bolt on this, so it kind of tightens. It's like a lock nut. But anyway, that's tight. The bottom bolt for the ball joint just goes in. Slight persuasion with the hammer. I can actually hit it like this. Now that's it. Bolt on this end. Now there's a chance now we'll have to use a spline or torque that end to hold this bolt. But I'm going to try and do it without, just to see first. Now I got away with it again because I had an air gun. That's the only reason I got away with it. Now I haven't tightened that fully. I'm going to tighten it with the big bar, which is behind me here, just to give it that final squeeze to make sure. To get the right size on it might help. 18mm. Now that's good. Put the track rod end on, which was the 15mm. Again, I'm going to use the air gun. Again, I haven't fully tightened it because you can snap it with the air gun very easy. And just give it a squeeze. Obviously it's going to turn the wheel, but once it's finished, turn the wheel. Now it's done. Obviously put the wheel back on, and that's how you change the drive. Look, I hope this helps. Thumbs up the video and subscribe. Don't forget, get your hands dirty. See you for the next one.